All right, we're
Here.
circling. Roger, go ahead and talk for a little bit, and we'll get. This is the Gorgeous George Show, and we are doing it right here. The screen is so
As you can tell, this is Roger's apartment.
okay.
You can see Roger's diplomas, Roger's decorations. You all know who I am now. Big whoop. I'm a person who knows George. Wow. I've been on his show, which is on YouTube, which you've somehow enjoyed, mocking, making fun of,
Yeah.
calling
Okay.
people snorty because they have a cold. Or,
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I'll talk to you in a bit. Okay. All
yeah.
right. So, yes, folks, we see people in the back. A lot of people that seem to think that they know so much,
Yeah.
and they can
Big deal.
and they can say whatever they want to say. Let me tell you something, folks. What he said was not rehearsed.
Nope.
I didn't ask him to do it.
He did not.
I didn't solicit him to do it. He
No.
did it on his own accord.
Yep. That is correct.
So, kind of get over it.
When you know someone as a person in person, you can tell. You just have to have a feeling about
It was up last night. It's freezing up right now. But what are
it.
you gonna do? It'd be
Any of you have done anything on air, done any entertainment things, been on the radio, on a video, tried to do a show, it's not as easy as it looks.
Let me just say this. Some of these people are YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
They think they have it all, the cat in the bag. You have this one guy whose claim to fame was an extra eating um, a cereal bowl on a Bruce Willis movie. And he was eating out a
Wow.
cereal bowl, 15 seconds of fame. He is an
Wow. So
unspeaking role. I
impressive.
mean, an actor with a non-speaking role.
Yeah,
15
it's called
seconds
an
of
extra.
yeah, it's
I think.
15 seconds of fame, and you were to ask Bruce Willis if he knew this clown, and Bruce Willis would say, "Who? What?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he would say to that.
Yippee ki yay,
And
motherfucker.
and these
Yeah.
people, want to critique and they want to talk about me living in my house was filthy. Again, worry about your own. You
Yeah.
have a ransacked place in North Hollywood. Your house was raided, or your apartment was raided. So don't come
Right.
talk to me about me living in filth. You don't know a
Right.
damn thing.
No.
You were sued, and I
What
should have
what
kept.
business is that of theirs
I
anyway?
should have kept that lawsuit.
Come
That's
and
all
take
that's to it.
pictures
Okay.
of people's
Yeah.
houses,
Yeah.
breaking in.
Yeah.
Get a life.
Yeah.
That's what
Now,
I don't have the best life either, but that's life.
well, life is life.
Life is
life
life.
Life is
Shit
what
happens
you
to
make it.
people. People die. People have addictions and problems, and some people have to get help. Some people don't, and
I
that's
want
just
to.
life.
I want to say something too. And we're feeding them by talking about it. They did another craptastic video, and I'm debating whether I do a Q&A, or they did another Q&A, another
Oh, wow.
craptastic video, a
Q&A.
bunch of BS trying to challenge, and we know the source of what they've got. There was a recording of my
Mhm.
girl's voice dropped on a recording, and we knew who was responsible for that.
Mhm.
And look, it's someone that would hold a recording for 5 years of someone is pretty screwed up in the head.
Right.
This
On a cell
woman,
phone.
this woman had a recording of my girl's voice, who is dead, and she held on to it for 5 years. For what reason? Just to
Yeah.
drop it, to stab me to try to stab me in the back? Yes, it was Jamie. It was Jamie. We
Mhm.
argue. People argue. That's what
Yeah.
relationships are about. People do argue. People do get into tussles.
Yep,
Okay?
they do.
So that proves nothing. And I don't want to do this, and I feel like I don't want to do it, but I want you all to hear something that is where a recording, and I don't want it, see, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want to do it, but
Go ahead.
I want to prove something, because I have a bunch of recordings of Jamie myself. And I got a bunch of recordings of James myself, and we had great conversations. There we go. And here's a conversation of her trying to get a hold of me, telling me that she wanted to see a movie. And I don't want to do this. I don't have to do this, but I don't have to prove nothing to anyone. But I'm going to do this to prove a point. So you can drop as many of these calls. Yes, we argued. She had a problem. She had a drug addiction. I couldn't, in good conscience, always give her money. I tried to help her as much as I could. She was upset with me for not giving her money as at the end, and that's why she would argue with me and argued with me. Okay, but it doesn't matter about that. You have these recordings of her arguing with me. I don't give a damn because I know a lot about you. Okay. Now, I'm not going to mention your name tonight, but you know damn well what I'm talking about. I know a lot about you. I know about your infidelity, and I know that you've recently been divorced. I know you've been divorced. I just found out that you were divorced to your significant other. I could say a lot because I've discovered some things now, and I could say some more things. There ain't nothing you could say, not a damn thing you can say to me or to anyone. You can drop more videos. Drop more videos of what? Okay? Yes, we argued. Jamie and I argued. Jamie and I argued a lot. But it didn't change the fact of how much I cared. I don't, no, I don't have to prove nothing to anyone. I don't have to. Because I lived it. I lived it.
Yeah.
Okay? That's my life. It's my doing. But for that certain person out there, that certain witch out there, I'm not going to even mention your name. But you know who you are. You know what you did. You're a witch. You're a conniving bitch. And you are a fucking cunt. You are a fucking cunt. I said it. And you're going to sit here and pass judgment over me because you're bitter, and you're bitter over a deceased woman. You are jealous. Okay? You were jealous from the very beginning, and you're still jealous, which is pathetic, of a dead woman. Mm-hmm. Okay? What the hell is wrong with you? Who the hell? With me? It's obvious because I was close with her. It's obvious that I saved her recordings. You save her recordings for what reason? You save her recordings for what reason? Because you're not stable and you want to drop things. Ain't not a damn recording that you can drop. Not a damn recording that you can fucking drop. That's going to prove not a goddamn thing. It doesn't prove shit. She had problems. She had issues. She had demons. She had a drug addiction. I knew it. So whatever you're going to drop to these insignificant trolls, whatever you're going to drop to stir more trouble to these bitches, you're not scaring anyone. And you don't scare me. Because what you did is nobody in their right mind does. Who in the hell does something like that? Who in the hell drops a voice of someone who's deceased and tries to conjure? She's not here to defend herself. So there's no reason for you to do that. Oh, God, this pisses me off.
There's no reason for any of this. Really. None of this makes any sense. I went on this page a few days ago yesterday, and there's a page with like 5 or 6 years of history of this garbage. There's no reason for any of this. Again, I challenge any of you, make your own show live, try doing comedy or a talk show, try being on a stage, performing in front of people, singing karaoke, and then come and say, I don't like how this person sings, or I can do better. Prove that you can do better. Do something with your life. There's been 5 or 6 years, or maybe 20 years, you're wasting your time with this. I've only dealt with it for 6 months, but 20 years or whatever, heckling someone's show and then recording conversations without telling them when you're pretending to be their friend and posting them over and over again from years ago. What is the point of all this nonsense?
Bottom feeders. They're bottom feeders.
Yeah.
They are pieces of shit.
Right.
And
They are.
they're pieces of shit. And you know, I don't want
And
to.
they can do
whatever
whatever they
they
want
do.
with this video.
But let me know.
Copy it, download it,
Yeah, well,
put your stupid comments on it. It doesn't matter.
let me say this. Let me
Go
say this.
live your life.
This bitch, the latest bitch that was under a sock account, and is this Rebillet character, I'll call him by his
Right,
last
right.
name, Rebillet, who's taken over the channel and is dropping these things here. You think that you're smug? You think that you can go ahead and free willy nilly drop every recording that Saunders gave you? And I know Saunders gave you these recordings. Rebillet, what kind of name is that? Rebillet. What the kind of? I saw your work, and it really has a lot to be desired. I saw the garbage that you do and you perform, and it has a lot to be desired. He's got 4 agents. He's got one in London. He's got one in New York. One in L.A. I found out a lot about this character. You got. And people listen to this guy blows music out of his ass. He play it like a. You might as well put like a little instrument up your asshole and blow it out of your ass, because that's what it sounds like to me.
Right.
Like a little instrument, like a little
I haven't had the
whimsical.
pleasure of hearing it. but-
Yeah. Well, believe me,
Yeah.
you won't have no pleasure.
Right.
And you're going to sit here and you're going to critique what I do. You're going to commentate and critique what I do, and keep putting that garbage up and keep emailing me. You have no talent.
Yeah.
Rebillet, you have no talent. You're garbage. Garbage. Now,
Junk.
I don't want to be doing this on Facebook, but I have to kind of come out and say what's on my mind. I want to just clear the air right here. We are going to go and continue doing what we do. I've been doing this for 26 years, going on 27 years, and I ain't stopping what I do. I'm not stopping my creativity. At least I have creativity, unlike those people out there do.
Yeah.
Roger, did I solicit you? Did I tell you to do that recording?
No, you told me not to do it. Because I'm warning you, you guys are relentless, they're annoying, they're gonna bother you.
And then what do you do? What do
I
you
did
what do you
anyway.
scum? No, you do. You take a picture of this man's front apartment.
Yeah.
There is going to be a day of reckoning, and it's going to be a day of reckoning very, very soon.
Threatened to send me.
We're going to
things.
do this
Such
right
a
here.
Garbage.
Nothing is
Literally.
happening.
No.
Nothing is going to happen.
No.
And when I get back on my feet, when I get the funds in my hand and get back into the high life again, as Steve Winwood once said, when I get the money flowing in my hands, when I get my money supply and my portfolio back, I'm going to do something about it. It might not be tomorrow, it might not be the next day, tomorrow or the next day, but I am going to do something about this. And the players that we know, you know who you all are. I don't have to sit here and spell it out. I'm not going to mention any names, but I'm laying it on the line. I am not taking this sitting down. You think I'm going to take it sitting down? I've had it. Yes, I've lost lawsuits. I've lost a few lawsuits. This next lawsuit that I have, I ain't going to lose, because it's going to be done the appropriate way.
Yeah.
And when I do this lawsuit, this time, it's going to stick. And that's all that needs to be said.
Right.
Now, we want to talk about some of the, I hate doing this, but I mean, Roger is pissed off. I'm pissed off. Roger's pissed off. Roger's happy-go-lucky. But I guess,
have my moments,
but I mean, seriously, happy-go-lucky.
Anyone, you push them to a certain point, and this is not even to that point. Again, I've said it before. I've been through some things too. I've dealt with other types of people, more types than most of you. Dealt with a lot of situations, and this is nothing. This is not scary to me. This is not threatening. Using fake names, again, don't want to go using little fake codes and names. I could do this all day. I don't want to. I was talking to George today, and I was saying, oh, I could just make some fake accounts and go into their page and troll them. But what would be the point of all that? What's the point? There is no point.
There's no point.
There is no point.
There's no
But
point.
I'm just
Let me tell you
pointing
something.
out
Let me tell you something.
how stupid
Let me tell you
and
something.
ignorant this whole thing is.
Let's try to say something. Maybe people can relate to this.
Okay.
Life is too damn short.
Yes, it is.
Life is too damn short. You don't know when that day of reckoning is going to happen.
Right. You
Where
know.
this is look. Casey and I had this discussion last night. Pranking somebody, doing whatever. It was innocent back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Pranking, doing the innocent. It was annoying, but it was innocent back in the day.
Right.
But it got to be a degree when you're stealing someone's intellectual property and when you're defaming somebody because you don't like them. Where does it end? You defame somebody because you don't like them. You steal someone's copyright. Look, listen. How long are you all going to? I mean, most of you all are freaking middle-aged people.
Yeah.
You're middle-aged people that have maybe, dare I say, families or whatever,
Maybe.
and they have you, dare I say, families. How long are you going to continue this? I mean, I do something. I have fun at doing it. I do something a little bit different than most people.
Mm-hmm.
I do something that's fun and it's entertaining, and I'm going to keep doing it as long as I want. As long as I want. But let's get down to it. This is not. This is sickening. This is disturbing.
It really is.
It's sickening. It's disturbing. People die. We're going through a different time.
Yeah.
COVID is taking so many people's lives.
Yeah.
People are dropping dead. This is. I mean, we're going into an age. I mean, listen. People are getting older. How many more fucking years are you bottom feeders going to continue this? You're not going to get the best of me. Because
No.
let me tell you something. I always land on my feet. I've
Yeah.
had some problems. But you bottom fucking feeders are not going to get the best of me. You won't.
No.
This is going to ricochet and backfire in so many ways. How much longer? How much longer is this going to continue? It's sickening. It's not funny. Recording a conversation, mundane talk. I mean, really and truly, I have a boring life.
Right.
Right now, I have a boring life. Now, like I told Casey last night, I have done a lot of things in my life. My life is like a movie, but as of late, it's boring.
Yeah.
It's boring. Work, sleep, work out, do whatever. It doesn't need all that. I don't need this. Paying people to follow me around. Who in the hell does that?
Putting a tracker under someone's car and then
Yeah, putting a
saying, "I know
tracker
where
over
you
someone's
are."
car,
That's-
following someone, and you think that that's normal. You think that that's fucking normal, and someone's going to say, "Oh, well, gee." No, it's not. It's disturbing. It's sickening. It's
Yeah.
one thing if you don't like me, well, god damn it, don't fucking watch me. I'm
Right.
not forcing you to. If you don't
Not.
like what I do and like my show, then don't fucking watch me. Don't
Right.
fucking watch my show.
Right. You don't have to watch.
But
It's a
if
free
you
country.
do, then what is the point
Really,
of all this shit?
there is no
What is the
point.
point of all this shit? It is pointless.
It is.
People are dying.
Yep.
People are dying of diseases.
Mm-hmm.
How much? I mean, God, get a
Makes you
grip.
feel light.
Worry about your own.
Yeah.
Worry about your own endeavors. I don't want the attention. I don't
It's like
need the
this-
attention. I do this as a hobby.
Yeah.
I do it because I love doing it, but I do it as a hobby.
Right.
And if you are a fan, that's great. Be a fan. If you're not a fan, then go to hell. If you
Go
don't
watch
like
something
what I
you like.
do,
Go
then
watch
go
other channels.
fucking to
channel.
hell. Fucking go to hell and rot in hell.
Or
Don't
watch
take
something else.
someone's
Yeah.
Achilles heel. Don't getting to someone's personal life, disturbing a family in Woodstock and harassing the family and saying that someone raped someone. That is defamation.
It is.
And I'm sorry. I don't believe that I was talking to the family. But even if it was the family, going around telling these people that I raped someone that I love, that is defamation. Okay? I honored them and I honored their wishes. And I did everything I could. This other shit goes over and beyond. It is a sickness. Pretending to be a retired newsman at Channel 6, calling me a homophobe because I told this guy to get out of told Saunders him and his boy need to get out of the library while we're doing a show. And so now I'm a homophobe, and then pretending to be the the newscaster guy from Channel 6 saying they're going to do an expose about me being a homophobe. That was all staged. Just like pretending to be Jamie's brother. That was also staged.
Yeah.
Pretending to email me as the people that moved in the house. Pulling credit on me. Saunders, and getting someone in Pennsylvania to pull credit on me, and then bothering the lady that lives at my old house, asking about my whereabouts. Michael Saunders, his name was all over that. If I see that son of a bitch, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. I don't care what kind of person you think you are. If I see you, Michael Saunders, I'm going to beat the living shit out of you. So I don't think it's really that cool for you to even approach me or for you to make any more contact.
Right.
Okay? You all are a bunch of bottom feeders.
Yeah.
Bottom fucking feeders.
Cowards.
And
Cowards. And
yeah,
they call
and yeah.
us cowards.
Yeah.
We're afraid to do
Let me
a
tell you
show.
something. Let me tell you
If
something.
Other people
Let me
are
tell you
afraid.
something.
Who's a coward? The people that come on Facebook and
tell you
YouTube
something.
with fake names and fake
Let me tell you
pictures.
something. Let me tell you something. I don't say this to hear myself talk. I don't say this to blow smoke out of my ass. That next time you're going to be on the losing end. You trolls out there, you piece of shit trolls, are going to be on the losing end of history because I am going this time to have my ducks in a row, my I's dotted and my T's crossed. Saunders, you're going to get yours. Saunders, I'm going to get you. You're going to get yours sooner or later. And that Holmgren, you're the one that's pulling the strings. You've been silent as of late. Holmgren, just a matter of time. Holmgren, it's a matter of time. Holmgren, a matter of time, or should I say, Nick Elliott. That name happens to stick to that person. Maybe that's an alias, or maybe that is your real name. See, there's a lot of things that are being discovered.
Mm-hmm.
This book that I wrote is going to be out in August.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the nuts and bolts. This book is going to be the true tell, and it's going to tell everything the way it is, and not a goddamn thing you trolls can do about it. Not a goddamn fucking thing that you trolls can say or do about it. Because it's my baby, it's my book. And then we're going about saying that Kevin Kravitz doesn't want to be on my show. Kevin Kravitz is doing other shows. I'll say it for what it is. I've told Kevin this. Kevin feels like he wants variety, he wants to change it up a little bit, and that's fine. But, Kevin, I'll say this to you right now. You know damn well you are better with me on my show. Keith is funny. A little outdated. Keith is funny, a little bit outdated on his comedy. The other dude who used to be on the show, what can I say?
Kevin has the right to be
Kevin,
on whatever show he wants. That doesn't mean he abandoned the show.
Well, let me just say this.
George talks to him all the time.
Let me say this.
Still friends.
Let me say this. Kevin, you know what time it is. and you know what the deal is. You want to do other things, that's fine. But you know damn well that you were a fixture on my show. You were funnier with me. The other shows you're on, and God bless them, and then Mr. Mumbles and Mr. Sleep app, curing sleep, curing sleep or insomnia, Mr. Insomnia, who wants to call me a skunk. You know what? That's fine. God bless you. Okay, but let me tell you something. You're a yawner. It's bye bye time. Go to sleep time. I have been doing what I've been doing for a long, long time. I've been, whether you wanted to believe it or not. Style Weekly did a write up about me back in the 90s, calling me the Howard Stern of Richmond. People knew who I was back in the day, because I had people listening to my television show and listening to what I do. Okay? I had an interview with Susie Quattro, one of the rock and roll stars, and played in Happy Days. The interview with Susie Quattro is the proudest thing that I ever did, and I take pride in doing that presentation. Okay? Who do you know in most people's average humdrum life can say that they wrote an autobiography? Mm-hmm. How many people can you say in your life has wrote an autobiography, or even has written a book? I have. I am an author. Yep. I took to the Dale Carnegie School of Public Speaking and Communications. You're going to sit there and critique what I say? Clean your ears. You're going to critique what I say? Clean your freaking ears. Dale Carnegie School of Public Broadcasting and Business Administration at Humbly at a community college known as J. Sargent Reynolds. I am more educated than probably a lot of you trolls out there. Matter of fact, I'm 100% more educated than all of you trolls put together. Roger? Go ahead. Talk to you. Talk about your education. Want to show me a diploma back there?
My diploma's there, right there. Doesn't matter. Maybe some of you also went to good schools. I'm not spending 20 years wasting my time and education trolling someone. I've been doing this for several years myself. Not on the air, but musician, host, did some radio stuff, open mic night, hosting, promoting, booking shows, setting up shows, working with festivals, organizing things. I've done some peer counseling, mental health counseling, substance abuse. Not as a person doing it, not a client, but I've helped a lot of people with that. Had several jobs, worked in a doctor's office for 15 years. I've had ups and downs as well, but I'm out here trying to do something different, trying to promote and help other people like George and other people I know do stand-up comedy. It doesn't always make people laugh, but it's a hobby. It's an outlet. It's creative. It's something productive to do. Makes me feel good. So again, that's all that matters.
That's all.
We're doing what we like doing.
That's all, Roger. That freaking matters.
Right.
This man has more intelligence than most of you trolls out there. This man has got more versatile talents than probably most of you trolls out there put together. You form an ass out of yourselves and plug your heads together and form an ass out of yourself. I'm not going to say any more. You all know who you
have talents, but you're wasting them with this garbage. You're wasting your time and your ability.
You know who you are.
Go live your own lives.
See, but they live their life vicariously through me.
Right.
They live their life vicariously through me. I don't think about these people. I'm just getting back on my feet. I have been in a real bad situation. I've been in a real bad situation living out of hotels. Yes, I have been living out of hotels. You happy to hear that? But see, I'm getting back on my feet, and
Yeah.
I am trying to do what I do. You all can sit there and hire people, but you don't have the balls to approach me. 5 different occasions, these henchmen, if you will, had the opportunity to approach me mano a
Mhm.
mano, and they didn't approach me because their little dick is that small. They didn't come to
And
approach me
then they
because
claim that you didn't
they didn't
approach
approach
them.
me because
You
they
backed
didn't
off.
approach me
But
because their dick is that small. Let me tell you something.
whatever size it
I
is.
know what I can do, and I know what I've done. I know what I can do. I know what I've done in the past before. I've had a great life. I've had a
Right.
lot of good things happen to me in my life. I come from a great family. I come from an educated family. I come from a good stock and good genetics.
Right.
And you all could learn a thing or two from the both of us.
Yeah.
You all could learn a thing or two about the kind of class and demeanor that we have. You could all
Mhm.
can learn. And again, Facebook fans, I'm not talking. I'm talking to individuals out there. So don't think I've lost my mind out there because it's on Facebook. I'm talking to people out there that have nothing else better to do than
Mhm.
hire people to try to follow me. Hire people to put transmitters under my car to try tracker to track me under my car.
Right.
They do that. People that are paying people to follow me. Hey, this man ain't scared, and you know
No.
goddamn well I ain't scared. This man ain't scared, and no damn dimes to fucking donuts that I ain't scared. Continue
Mm.
your work. Eventually, it's going to come to a head. It's been a
Let's
ride.
look up a page.
It's
We
been a ride.
could.
Eventually,
Anything you can look up. This is what I was
eventually,
saying
it's going
in
to come
my
to a head.
my little piece that you mocked that I put together in a few minutes, not thinking about caring about how great it looked when I had a cold and you claimed I was a drug addict. I've never done hard drugs. I had allergies, but the point I was making was it is so easy to do what you do. Just today I looked up certain people that like you can look up anyone. All of this is readily available online. You subscribe to a little site, whichever one, you pay $40, $30 a month or less. Even if you don't pay, give me a name, I can look it up now, just like you did. You can look it up, see who my associates, relatives are, my taxes, my court records. I'm not threatening anyone physically, that's not who I am, but I'm just saying I can do the exact same thing right here in minutes. All I need is your name, and you're not even that. It doesn't threaten me for you to find out, oh, his mother was a doctor. Oh, this is his mom's name. Oh, let's use that. Big deal. My address. Publicly available anywhere. So is yours. It's not that big a deal. That's my
Let me
point
say
in
this.
all this.
Let me say this to the female, to the woman out there. I'm not going to mention your name this time. I'm not going to mention your name this time, but the woman out there, you created, you've added more fuel to the fire here. You knew the hell that I've went through with these trolls back in the early times. You were the one that helped me pay $500 to get the identity of one of these trolls. We split the cost, and you and I went together on that. In case you forgot, you and I you helped me knock down these videos because you put it in my back in the day when I really didn't know how to get rid of these videos. You were the one that gave me guidance and helped me knock down these videos. And so I find it all a little bit perplexing
Hmm.
and the final times around that you can sit here and make yourself look good and by regurgitating something and then holding I'm sorry I said this, holding on to a recording of a dead woman, that is a little disturbing.
It is.
You you know you were very helpful. I considered you at one time, ma'am, miss, I considered you one time a good friend.
Right.
Friends are hard to come by these days. I consider you as a friend back in the time. And just because of your jealousy, just because of your envy over a woman that I actually fell in love with, and then because of that, because you knew that I loved her, you knew that I cared about her, you knew that I went beyond heaven and earth to try to keep her alive. And you know damn well if she was living with me, she would have been here longer than when she was with that old man. That old man was the one that was giving her the damn money. That old man was the one that was oblivious to what was going on. I was the one that actually cared and cared about her. You knew that. You witnessed me go through hell against these trolls, and you witnessed through me going through a lot of hell. So how in the hell, because in your right mind, can you go against me and these people that you can't stand, or you claim that you can't stand these people? How in your right freaking mind, because of this, because of your jealousy, because of your jealousy toward a deceased woman that's not here anymore, then you can go ahead and take it upon yourself then to have this stance over people you couldn't stand. You couldn't stand Saunders, and yet now Saunders is a good guy. You couldn't stand Saunders, and yet he's a good guy. You knew the hell that I went through. You knew the hell that I went through, and yet you put a knife in my fucking back. You put a knife in my fucking back. I might not be able to do. I might not be able to do anything. I am going to try to. I know I am going to. I am going to. I might not be able to do anything right now, but karma is a bitch.
Yeah.
Karma is a bitch, and it hits.
And
Karma.
Someone that bows to these people, you out there trolls, to this little game of harassment, hidden name harassment bullshit.
Listen,
you do not have character.
It's passive aggressiveness is what it is. Passive aggressiveness. But you know damn well karma is a bitch. It's going to strike back.
Right.
If
But
anything, and if any karma, I should get good karma.
Character.
With me,
Right.
I should have good karma because I have helped people when I
Right.
was good in good standings. When I had help, I helped people. So you
Right.
can tarnish and you can poke at me and call me and go ahead and attack my character all you freaking want. But at the end of the day, it all comes around again. It all comes around again, and you'll know exactly how that plays out.
Yeah.
And then you other SOBs out there, you're laughing it up because now you've got an ally that seems to know embellished a lot of things, embellished a lot of half truths about me, not half truths.
Why?
Embellished.
Why would because
embellished a lot of the shit.
He was scared of your little threats. Ooh, you're gonna put doo-doo in someone's front of their door, or follow them and send fake emails claiming to be someone else, and
these people took an
weak-minded
obituary and jury-rigged an obituary of me. They did 2 obituaries of me, jury-rigged it up there off of a dead site that has no moderator. They've gone ahead to the previous people that living in my house, telling them a story about how I did this and did that, and how I lived, and the kind of lifestyle I lived, or whatever I did, or how I lived in that house, and told the person, the realtor that was trying to sell it. She didn't really know much about what was going on, but she had listened to what you were talking about, Saunders. What you were talking about, Saunders. She thought you were nuts. Because I actually had spoke to that realtor, and she thought you were a little bit nuts in the heado. Now, I'm not.
Saunders is nuts.
This Saunders masturbated.
Saunders.
Saunders is gay. Saunders is gay, which is nothing wrong with that. Which is nothing wrong with that. But he masturbated and he jerked himself off to me back in the '90s when I had a show and he was a little brat. He was jerking himself off like meat stroganoff to my show. Man, you've got mental issues, and you're a sodomite. You're a sodomite, and you are pedo. Kristen and I don't talk.
Crap that you went through to trick George and record him, pretend to be his lawyer.
And even though that Kristen and I don't speak, one thing or 2 things that Kristen was dead on, that judge should have recused himself, and you were a downright out freaking loser. You, Saunders, were a loser. So Kristen and I might not speak anymore because of political indifferences, but she was dead on about the judge recusing himself, and she was dead on about your character. And
No
then we say
character.
more about that. But you see, the thing is, it's all going to come to a head. And I sound like a broken record, but let me say it again. It's all going to come to a head. It might
Mm-hmm.
not be tomorrow. It
No.
might not be the next day. But when it happens, it's going to be Hiroshima all over again. It's going to be Nagasaki, Hiroshima. It's going to be the bomb. It's going to be the nuclear bomb of World
Whatever
War
it is,
Three,
we're
World War
gonna
Three, World
stop
War
this.
Four, and it's going to put an end. It's going
All
to put an
this
end to this shit.
nonsense.
End
Yeah.
of this shit. Now,
Unless you all decide to get lives and
Now,
end it yourself.
let me say this. There's a lot of stuff we've been doing, and a lot of people have been telling me, George, you've been doing good. You've been doing your shows. You've been keeping it on point, doing your shows, doing your skits, and keeping it all on point. And we do it with regularity, and we're going to continue doing it with regularity. I wanted to talk about the casinos. They're
Hmm.
going to build a casino here, and there are people are going against it, so we don't know if it's going to happen, where it's going to be, where it will be placed. I'm all for a casino being placed in Richmond.
Hmm.
More jobs to be had by a lot of people. Um, we are right now going through a lot of things going on right now. Vaccination. I
Hmm.
haven't had the vaccination yet. I'm going to wait a little bit before I do. You had the vaccination.
Hmm. One of them.
What
Yeah.
was you had one? So are you having side effects, bad, or after effects on that, or what?
I had mild symptoms for 2 days,
Okay.
and then I'm getting the second one next week.
Okay.
That is my choice to do that. I believe in science, helping people,
Okay.
and stopping a pandemic
But
by doing my part.
I
That is my
just
choice.
that's cool. I just need a little bit more time, and
Right.
I need to know that these people are doing what they're doing because they're hearing some real bad stories. This whole thing, the pandemic was rushed, or I mean the vaccination, the
vaccine,
vaccines were. Well, the pandemic was is there. The
yeah.
vaccines were rushed,
Yeah.
and so I'm gonna wait.
Well,
Gonna wait until we know it's
as long
right.
as they don't make, they might be making, not forcing people to get them,
No.
but kind of making benefits for people.
Right.
Like giving you privileges, taking away. Like you can go to this place only if you have your vaccine card, or
Right.
kids can go back to school if they prove they have had vaccines. You can fly on a plane again, leave the country, go to other countries if you've proven you've had it.
Right.
But that's everyone's personal choice.
Right.
Personally, I believe that it is kind of experimental,
Right.
but it's something that I felt was the right decision.
Well,
to
it's a
do
decision that
Yeah.
everybody's going to have to make, and eventually
Yeah.
everybody's going to do and have to make the right decision to make that
Mhm.
decision. So, is Roger scared about doing a show with me tonight on camera? Is Roger scared about being on camera?
In
And
my
like
own
you said,
apartment, showing my diploma at my address, 1501 Regency Woods Road. No, I am not afraid.
No.
In fact, the more someone says I'm scared of something, the more
he ain't
I
scared.
want to do it.
He ain't scared of the boogeyman.
No, there is no boogie. There might be
Ain't-
booger men.
Boogerman, but he ain't scared
people.
of the boogeyman. Hey,
No.
let me tell you something. We've been over this over and over again. Theatrical performance kills brain cells. Theatrical performance is a vaudeville act. We've done it before. We've said it before. I will continually do what I want to do. If I choose to continue to do this show, I will continually do it. If I choose not to, I won't. But if I choose to continue to do the show, I will continue to do it, and I will continually do it because it's my prerogative, like Bobby Brown once said. I made this money, you didn't. It's my prerogative, baby.
Mhm.
And if I choose not to, it'll be my thing. If I choose to do how I want to do it, if I choose to do it when I want to do it, I'm going to do it.
Mhm.
26, 27 years. Kevin, the door is open, man. Anytime you want to come back, you know you can.
No.
Kevin, you've been there, but Kevin, if you want to come back as a main fixture, you know you can. There ain't no two ways about it.
Yep.
But understand, you see, you might think a little differently. You might think that it's all for joke. But at the end of the day, Lo, is nothing has changed.
Mm.
The production is not changed. The show, the entitlement of what the show is about, has not changed, and is not going to change. I am the same man I was 20 years ago, and I will be the same man I am 20 years ahead and 20 years forward, and I am right what I am right now. I don't change. I don't waver. I'm the same man I always been and always will be. And then more and more and more, I have a rebel stance. I always question authority. I question authority. I answer to myself. That's why I choose to be independent. I answer to myself, and I'm passionate upon the people that I care about and the people that are in my camp. Say what you want, say what you will. When this book comes out, baby, it's going to be the tell-all. When this book comes out in August, it is going to be the book. It's going to be the book of truth. And that is all that needs to be said. Woo! Woo! And that's all I got to say. You want to say anything else? Because we're going to wrap this up and put a bow and ribbon on it.
Yeah.
And we're going to wrap it up. We're going to do more.
Wrap it up.
We're going to do more. We're going to do a whole hell of a lot more. Ain't nothing going to break my stride.
Yeah. We got
nothing going to break my stride.
We got
music that we did, karaoke that we did,
yep, karaoke,
skits that we did.
Skits.
The man that is causing this wonderment, for all of the ladies.
Yeah.
I am the Casanova. I am the frickin' Mac Daddy, whether it be what I feel, and it's what I project. What I project is what I feel, and what I feel goes out beyond, and it's seen by other people. People can analyze me. People can sit there and say, who are you? What are you? I know what I am. I know I am.
Yeah.
I always land on my feet, and I always do. And I will always be a flirt, and I will always love the women, because I am the man for hire. I am the baby maker. I am the daddy of the Mac. I am the Mac Daddy, and nothing changes. Nothing is going to change. This man is who he is. Yep. He was born who he was, and he's going to continually be who he is till the day he dies. And then not a god-darn thing that you trolls can do. You trolls can sit there and stroke off like meat stroganoff, stroke off your 2-inch little dongs to everything I say, but at the end of the day, when I say it, I'm like E.F. Hutton, baby, because when E.F. Hutton talks, people freaking listen.
Yeah.
And when Gigi talks, people listen because they know the man knows what he's talking about. I am the man, and I will always be the man. And I will continue my stance, and I will be what I do and what I say I'll do.
Yep.
Don't do as I do what I say do. Because I am the alpha, and you are the beta. I'm the alpha, and I will continue my stance because I am the Italian stallion mixed in with a little Lebanese, and the women will always love me for who I am.
Right.
Roger, I'm done.
I think we're done here. We made
All right.
our point.
One Mona Lisa, one Leon Tower of Pisa, and it's only one Gorgeous George.
Right.
See you on the flip side.
Good show.
All right. See now, you see what we did. Yeah.